Morning, it's Adam from everydayadam.ca. If you were following me on my first day of this adventure, it sort of cut off abruptly. I had a really hard time finding a campsite. It was around 7:30 at night with an hour left of sunlight. And I was just biking and biking, trying to get out of the residential area on South River Road, but there were too many houses, and eventually I found an ATV trail, thankfully, and just pulled up to camp. It's really cold. It's like 10 degrees or so overnight, which I had to layer up and bundle up quite a bit. I definitely didn't want to get out of my sleeping bag this morning. I'm hoping today in the Jay Forest National Park there's a much higher elevation, another 800 meters or so. So hopefully I'll have some better selection options. I also lost one of my biking gloves yesterday. I had them on top of my handlebar bag here. And I was just taking a break riding without them, but one of them flew off without me noticing, so now I've got to do the rest of the trip without my gloves or find some place to pick some up if my hands can't take it. Fun. It's hard to tell, but this is a 5% grade. Looks to be like a kilometer long. I think this is what I can look forward to for pretty much the rest of the trip. I've been on the New York 30 South for a handful of kilometers now, and it's a really beautiful road actually. I think that's I don't know what that is, a Predator of some kind. But the whole road has been like this, super wide paved shoulder. It's beautiful all around here. There's hardly been any traffic at all. And even though there are some big hills, they all go back down. So I had a hill I just went down, it was probably about 3 kilometers long. Last night was my first time wild camping. Just a few things, I guess. One, it was a lot harder to find a good camping spot, but I think that's just because of the region that I was in. Over the past few weeks I've been trying to keep an eye out on the side of roads to practice looking for spots, sort of thing, but it was just so wet everywhere there, and the mosquitoes were crazy, and plus it was getting late. So there are a few factors that compounded that. It was a bit colder than I expected it to be, but I also didn't put on the rain fly, because I thought it would be nice, but it would have been a little warmer if I put the fly on. We're getting somewhere. It's pretty beautiful out here. I can't believe how nice the roads have been, and also today it's only been around 13-14 degrees, which to me is just perfect biking weather. I think I'm going up there in those mountains somewhere though. I'm about 45 kilometers into the trip today, and I just got routed to, I don't know, some kind of old railroad track maybe. Looks like fun. This is a lot more expedition-y than anything I have really planned for. It's pretty slow going. Right here the trail's not terrible, but you know, when I see old railway tracks, I kind of think of the Prescott-Russell trail link back in Ottawa. It's all nice and flat and smooth with gravel, but this is really slow going. Behind me there's a whole bunch of routes that were just brutal, and I'm going about maybe 8 kilometers an hour or so. I just met a man back there biking his 2 dogs actually. He was on a full fat bike with 4-inch wide off-road tires, and he says he commutes this way every day. It's about 5 kilometers, so I think this is going to take me a good half hour just to go through this area, but it's pretty nice out here. Oh man. Oh, this sand is brutal, especially with 300 pounds of me and bike. Kind of hard to appreciate the view. God damn. Because even when I stop, this place is just crawling with mosquitoes and black flies. There's like a stagnant kind of stream right beside this entire trail. After another with this trail, my front pannier actually started to come loose. The bolts started to wiggle out, so I'm glad that I noticed that. I had to tighten that up, and now I have to unload everything just to get over this damn tree. Nice trail. 745 meters left, hopefully. Well, that trail was super brutal. But now I'm back on a main highway. This is Lake Colby on my right. I think I'm going to be coming into Lake Placid relatively soon. That trail really drained all my energy though. I've only been out for about 3.5 hours, 50 kilometers. Rest of the day is going to be slow. I still have 50 more kilometers to go. Well, I decided to stop at Colby Lake and go for a well-deserved jump in the lake. And as luck would have it, they've got some outlets outdoors. I can charge some of my devices. I feel like a brand new person pretty much. It was nice to be able to wash all the grime off me from the last couple of days. I guess there'll be a lot of beaches along the way. Was that beach ever refreshing? I think it was Saranac Lake, not Colby Lake. Feel like totally refreshed. Today's pace is much nicer than yesterday. I think I tried to cover too many kilometers yesterday and I wasn't really able to stop or veer off course, but today it's 12 o'clock. I have about 50 more kilometers to do. There's quite a bit of climbing, but I pretty much have 6 or 7 hours to take my time and get to the top of Jay Forest Park there. The town of Saranac Lake, and actually the whole area around it, is just gorgeous. Lots of big trees, parks, beautiful little homes. It was really busy in town today. There was a big rugby tournament. Can-Am rugby tournament of some kind. I'm in the town of Lake Placid right now. It's really nice here. I just stopped at the local McDonald's and I couldn't resist grabbing a hamburger and filling up all my water bottles there. So I have 42 kilometers to go to the peak of J Mountain, but after looking at some maps and experiencing that single track earlier today, I have my doubts about whether or not the path I've chosen is even bikeable with my current bike. So we'll have to see how that goes in 30 kilometers or so. It's freaking crazy beautiful out here. I took a little break to grab some lemonade at the High Falls Gorge, and I've been biking along the 86 between Lake Placid and Whiteface Ski Resort, and I have to say that is the most beautiful bike ride I have been on in my entire life. I mean, the river is just gorgeous right in front of this giant mountain the entire time, and it's like a triple wide bike lane. Man, it was really something. It's such a beautiful ride, and it's almost about halfway. Of course, it's downhill the rest of the way, and it is, I don't have the words to describe how nice it was. If you can get out there, I definitely recommend giving it a try. I have been climbing forever, it feels like. Hopefully this is the downhill part. Missed a turn. It looks like I actually completely missed Upper J. I flew right by it. That's where I was going to take the 9 south and kind of skip J Mountain. But it turns out I'm only 7 kilometers from the peak of J Mountain. All that climbing I was just bitching about back there was the big climb, unknowingly. So I'm going to continue this way and just see how that road goes and hope for the best. And here we go. I talked with a couple coming down in a Jeep. I talked with a guy who was raising his chickens in his front yard. And I talked with another lady out walking her dog. And basically nobody knows the condition of this trail. So if it's really bad, tomorrow I'll just turn around and head down a gigantic hill back to Upper J. J Mountain Service Road. This is what the road has looked like ever since it turned into a dashed line on the Maine map and Google Maps. It hasn't been too bad. You know, they got rain somewhat recently, so the sand is a little bit soft. I have to walk my bike up the steeper hills, but I've been able to ride like up this incline, for example, just fine. I've got 2.6 kilometers to the peak, so I've already done 5 kilometers on this trail. Might as well keep going.
Hi, Ripley. This is Lieutenant Gorman of the Colonial Marine Corps.
So, that was a really long and tough day. There were some good things, some bad things. Let's start with the bad. I woke up in basically Voldemort's backyard. It was cold, everything was dead and damp, and generally it was a pretty nasty place to camp. I didn't take any videos or pictures, I don't think, because I was just in such a rush to get there. I went on some crazy single track today with my touring bike fully loaded up. That did not work out well. It was very tiring. And then I spent hours on this service road, and prior to the service road trying to climb up J Mountain. Now, I did make it to my destination. This is the highest part of the J Mountain service road. I would definitely not recommend taking a touring bike up here or a road bike. I had to walk my bike quite a lot of the ways today. It was very tiring. The nice thing is that it's a little after 7. I still have about an hour and a half of daylight left, and I've already eaten, cleaned my dishes. I have set up my tent. You can see inside here I don't have the fly on because I'm not expecting any rain, and it's kind of nice to just have the extra ventilation, but I have some of my clothes just drying on top there from the day, and I'm all cleaned up. I had a face cloth and some fresh water. I have maybe 2, 3, 4 liters left, so hopefully I won't need it all tomorrow because I still have to do the other half of the service road. Hopefully it will be all downhill though. So yeah, that's it. I'm looking forward to having a nice sleep. It's a pretty decent spot to camp. It's at the side of the service road, but no one's coming up here, and if they do and they see me, well, I would rather they see me than, you know, run me over by accident or something like that. So here's to another big day tomorrow.